Hello. Welcome to this new channel, Neville Goddard and A Course in Miracles, in which, well, I'll be talking about those two things, Neville Goddard and A Course in Miracles. You probably wonder, why did she make a whole new channel for this? This is basically what she talks about, Neville Goddard and A Course in Miracles. And the reason is that I wanted to have all of the content of the lessons and those books and ideas that are more about knowing who you are in one place. And just, maybe it's my OCD. And also because of the algorithm. You're not meant to upload more than 3 videos in less than 3 days, or the algorithm buries you. So that's another reason for it. But mostly my OCD. So in case you're new here, in case you found me by chance and you have no idea what any of this is, maybe you know about Neville Goddard but not about the course, or maybe you know about A Course in Miracles but not about Neville Goddard. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Neville Goddard was this gentleman that spoke on metaphysical teachings, meaning how to manifest what you would like to experience in your life, whether it's money, love, health. And the premise of everything he talked about is the fact that your own divine human imagination is God. You're God, you're Jesus, you're the Christ, you're all of that. And that God that you are is that pure consciousness that everything is made of. Whatever you're watching this video on, that's made of God. Your body is made of God. The person next to you is made of God. The ground that you're standing on is made of God, because it's the only substance for creation. So think of it like Play-Doh, like clay, anything moldable. Once you've decided the shape that you would like to give the clay that you think is you, meaning your state, that would be the shape. So, happy wife. And you start to mold that by focusing on yourself, by focusing within. You get to this version of yourself that, well, accepts that the desire is done. The desire is gone and is replaced by fulfillment. And that's when things manifest. So it's praying with real faith. There's a bunch of techniques that you can use to do that. You can affirm, you can script, you can imagine a scene, placing yourself in there in first person. You can sense and feel. That's my favorite thing, the sensing and the feeling. All roads lead to Rome. If you'd like to know more about Neville Goddard specifically, you can join my other channel. We have a lot of fun there. And how does the Course in Miracles tie into all of this, and why do I love it so much? Well, I found Neville Goddard first, trying to manifest. First, I was trying to manifest money, and then I was trying to manifest a specific person. And things just wouldn't work out for me. I felt like I was doing everything perfectly to the T, and nothing would happen. And that was because I couldn't grasp the understanding of the part where you're meant to accept that it's done. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know that I was not doing it. I was completely oblivious. I was existing in this state of a lot of, I don't know if we can call it pain, but it was really uncomfortable. And I broke down. I just couldn't do it anymore, because manifesting, the whole idea of it became really painful, because now I just wasn't moving on. I wasn't working to try to make something happen, which, well, when it comes to love is not gonna help you, but when it comes to money, it's like, I don't know, get a bad job, you get more money, right? Dog, the neighbor's dog, I'm sorry. Did he stop? Yeah, he did. All right, so I had gotten to this place of absolute despair. It's like all the lack that I had within was heightened. And that's when the Course found me, through a really nice teacher that had all the patience in the world to guide us through the Course, to help us get through some difficult moments, because some of the lessons, the ego's not going to like that. The ego is the idea of a separate self, right? When we think that we're that separate self and that's put in jeopardy, it feels like you're in danger. So some of the lessons might not be that comfortable for you, and that's okay. I'm here doing my best to guide you through them. And even if you're not doing the Course in Miracles, stick around. You'll be hyped up and uplifted to keep manifesting whatever it is that you're manifesting. So a huge disclaimer on the lessons: don't try to intellectualize them. The Course is not something that you want to go in and study as you would anything else, even though it's called a course. What you want to do is live it. So if you're going to do it, go in it with an open mind. Just do the exercises as simplistic as they might seem, and allow it to be like medicine that is correcting the delusion that you're anything less than God, that you're anything less than love, and that your desires make you suffer. Because a lot of people are still operating from that. That's what I was doing, right? That's why I kind of broke down, because my desires were just me suffering, wanting after something that I couldn't accept that I could have. So before we even begin, let me tell you a little bit about the premise of the Course. We know that the premise for Neville's teachings is that you're God. If you'd like to know more about that, I definitely recommend that you listen to his lecture. I think it's called Andrew, or Where Do You Stay? If on YouTube you type Neville Goddard Andrew, you're gonna find it right away. It's like an audio from like 10 years ago, but it sounds lovely. And he hopes to guide you to the knowing that you're God. Now, if you're stubborn like me, the Course is going to help out with that, because it's going to allow you to separate from that idea of the ego, or a separate self, or limited self, whatever name we want to give it. And the premise of the Course is that you're not that. You've never been that limited self. You've never been that separate self. So how did it all begin? You probably read Genesis or heard about it, right? Adam and Eve, and even before that, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was good. According to A Course in Miracles, which is a channeled book, in the beginning was God, pure consciousness, unadulterated, shapeless and formless, just hanging out. So imagine the ocean. To give you a visual, the ocean is God, and all of a sudden there's this big explosion, and all of these droplets are just flying through the air, droplets of ocean. You probably heard that cheesy sentence, you're not a drop of the ocean, you're the ocean in a drop. Well, that's the visual that I'm trying to give you. So you, that droplet, that are still the whole ocean, are floating through the air, experiencing separation for the first time. That would be you being born, right? And it's so weird, it's so different, so scary, this idea of separation, that you're not this whole and complete entity, that you fell asleep and now you're dreaming that you're this human, and that there are other humans that want different things than you want, that have opposing wills to you, that there's a God up in the sky, or fate, or a universe, or anything that's not you, that might not want what you want. Scary. So just like if you were having a nightmare, imagine that you're having a nightmare, someone's chasing you. If you could take a sample from, I know, that monster, it would be made of you, your own consciousness. And maybe you can accept that a little bit more. That an analogy might make a bit more sense, because everyone has had a nightmare. But the thing is that this world, it is a waking dream or a nightmare. Depends what inner experience we're having. In order for us to change our inner experience, we have to bury the old man, and that's Neville Goddard's teaching. You must bury the old man, not remember where you put it, allow it to be forgotten forever. And the old man is this idea of a separate self, of the old you that didn't know that you were God, that didn't know that you are literally in charge of your experiences, that you have a choice, that you can make your life a nightmare or you can make it a beautiful dream. So what the course is going to help you with is to even understand where you begin and the fake you, the ego, the old man ends. And we're going to bury it. And the ego might kick and scream, and that's okay. I'll be here holding your hands. We are going to use a lot of SP examples because as a coach, one thing that I've understood is that people can take a lot, but no one wants to live without love ever. So whether it's a specific person, new love, that's most of the examples that I'm going to use in the coming lessons, because it's fun. It's always fun to talk about love. All you need is love, right? It's true. All you are is love. So I'm excited. I'm excited to dive into the lessons with you. Thank you for joining me, and all is well. Everything's gonna be okay. I promise you that. And congratulations on finding this, and finding the course is going to change your life. And thank you for liking and subscribing. And if you would like to work with me as your coach, check the description down below. You can find a link to my website there, or to my Instagram, where I'm really active, mostly. I do post a lot, and check it out. You'll love it. And I'll also leave a link to my other channel in case you want to see some lives in which I answer questions about manifesting a specific person and talked about how I manifested my specific person and all of that. So I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.